We launched the program with the Asser Institute in 2007 to introduce students to two areas principally, international criminal law and international and comparative legal approaches to terrorism and counterterrorism. So the idea is that students get introduced to these two areas of law, not through one voice, but through the voices of many different practitioners in the field.
Being able to do the different site visits and hear from experts in the field to complement our class discussions and readings has really been fundamental and a large reason why I chose WCL, honestly.
The nice thing about this program is that we can draw from a big pool of experts in the field of international law, both academics but also practitioners, for example, those people working at the international criminal tribunals or at other organizations here based in Hague.
The program goes for 4 weeks, so students hear from judges and prosecutors, defense attorneys, experts and academics in these two areas of law, and importantly, an opportunity to actually visit the institutions making history in these areas of law. So we visit the International Court of Justice, the International Criminal Court, the successor mechanism to the International Criminal Tribunal for the former Yugoslavia. We also get to visit new courts. The Kosovo Specialist Chambers is a hybrid international criminal tribunal. So the idea is to get students familiar not only with the area of the law, but also with the institutions and the people that are practitioners working in these areas of the law.
The biggest reason that I'm glad I came is because when you're studying international law, anything international in a cloister in the US, it's kind of hard to really relate to it. It all feels pretty distant. But being here and hearing from practitioners, judges, people from the Office of the Prosecutor, it all feels very tangible, and seeing everything, it makes it feel very real and not just kind of an academic practice.
The typical day in a program is that we'll have a couple of 2-hour classes in the morning, and then we'll have a break, and many afternoons we will go on these visits to international institutions and tribunals.
So at the ICC, I prosecute international crimes. Our jurisdiction is war crimes, crimes against humanity, and genocide. So studying law at WCL was foundational to becoming an international litigator. The number of classes in international law, international humanitarian law, criminal trial practice really helped me on my way to first becoming a judge advocate in the U.S. Army and later becoming a prosecutor at the ICC.
I think one of the best ways to learn about the program is through the students who have been on the program. The students who are here on the program, whether they knew from the beginning they wanted to study international criminal law or not, are the ones who can tell you the value of the program, the experience they had.
Being able to visit the courts was a very touching experience to see where victims were actually sitting there and making statements, where the defendants would be sitting, and being able to see those firsthand really made it a reality.
You are really where all of these things happened. You are really communicating with all the people a lot of the people that were there, right? A lot of people that made international history and that continue to, right? Whether, it's, we've spoken to current ICC judges that were on the prosecutorial side during some of those ad hoc tribunals. And, current ICC prosecutors who are instrumental in sort of like new challenges in international law.
I always knew that I wanted to go into international law, specifically something akin to human rights or advocacy. And that's why I originally chose Washington College of Law when I first applied. And this program was directly aligned and had so many opportunities for me to pursue that passion and experience what exactly the work that is being done right now among the international community.
One of the things that I hear most from students is the opportunity to connect with other people who are interested in this field, but also the opportunity to network with the practitioners who come speak with them about the various areas of law, as well as the practitioners who come speak on our career panel. We have a career panel often made up of WCL alums who are in the field, who work in the various institutions in The Hague, and then come talk to students about their own career paths and answer students' questions about how to break into this field. And so having that personal connection with experts, with practitioners, with WCL alums who are in this field has really been one of the highlights of the program.
I think the main thing that we want the students to get out of these few weeks in The Hague is both the substantive knowledge that they will gain from the readings and from the lectures, but also really to get a touch and get a sense of the people working at these institutes here in The Hague, and also just to have the kind of context and connections that they will make while being here.
I was deciding between here and a couple of other schools, and my focus was really to see if schools had a good international programs and the availabilities. And at orientation, one of the SBA members talked about how she had gone to The Hague and done the Geneva program for the international human rights law. And I was just blown away and fascinated by it because no other school has that opportunity to help budding international lawyers engage with actual practitioners, go to site visits, and make those really helpful professional connections that you really do need, especially for myself as a first-generation law student, those kinds of professional connections to help me rise in my career.